Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Nora. And I was hungry. So come with me so I could do some pollo guisado, habichuela guisadita, and white rice with avocado. I always buy a whole chicken. I'm not that person that was going to go to the supermarket and get this or get the ones that's cut already. A whole chicken is cheaper. Why? Because you have to do manual work and cut it. So that's okay. I'm used to that. I cut them into pieces. I got this sharp ass knife. Okay, given to me as a gift. I do portions. I keep them in. I guess I have a whole bunch of Ziploc bags, and I divide them for 3 days. I season them, put them in a Ziploc bag, and put them in the freezer. I work full time, 5 days a week, and the last thing I want to do is take a chicken out. Or season the chicken is already done. All I gotta do is go in the freezer or in the deep freezer, and take it out. So yes, and I want to ask how many of y'all clean your chicken? I do. I'm not going to season a chicken that's not washed. There you go. Look how nice. So what I'm going to do, rinse that out, add cold water, keep it sitting in vinegar and freshly squeezed lemon for about 20 to 25 minutes. Add salt so the smell. So look how nice. That's what you call clean chicken. And I take the fat and the skin off. Next step, yes, I have to clean my whole counter. Every time I cook in that kitchen, the struggle is real because I need everything clean after I finish. The same way with crafting. I got to have it clean. So make sure after you cut chicken and watch and cut your chicken, you cut your chicken and you wash, clean that counter and whatever that chicken touched. My cutting board, I clean it out real good and I add vinegar. Okay, I use homemade sofritos to season my food, but I also like visual. I like to see the cilantro. I like to see the onions. So yes, I am, even though it's optional, this is optional, I add it on. I just add it on. And I cut a bunch and keep them in those little plastic containers. So in case I need it again, I don't have to keep chopping up. And this just me. This is optional. If you're using sofrito, even store-bought sofrito, you don't have to. So I had 2 potatoes. I cut it up. I rinse them out about 3 times. Take the starch out. I let them sit for about 10 minutes. Rinse it out. Add water so the starch. I don't see the starch. Until that water don't look clear, I am not touching that potato. And you see, I clean the counter. And after I finish cooking, I'll clean that counter again. So here I am. I add olive oil into that pot. This is my homemade sofrito. This is garlic paste from the supermarket. And I make my own, but I didn't have any. And I was not going to take the time to do it. Sazon. There's 2 kinds of sazon. One with color, one with seasoning. You don't want to eat no pale meat. I'm not. So it's just 1 envelope. Give that a good stir. And at this point, the house is smelling delicious. And I don't cook without sofrito. A teaspoon of tomato paste, it thickens the water. That's what we use, even when we're doing rice. Chicken bouillon, optional. But usually when you add homemade sofrito, it's very little that you need to season. I'm extra. So I'm putting my chicken in there. The chicken is not seasoned or anything like that because what is in that pot is going to season it. You don't have to add extra seasoning. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe. After you put your chicken in, you give it a good stir. You want all that sofrito, all that good seasoning to cover that chicken. That's what I'm just doing here. You want to incorporate all that seasoning, sofrito, garlic paste, dry ingredients into that chicken. You see? Make sure you don't see a lick of unseasoned chicken. So I took water from my water dispenser, hot, and poured it in there. They could use your sink water, doesn't matter. I'm just letting you know because it's hot. You can see the steam. So again, give that a good mix. Add your potatoes. And all that cilantro, scallions, and onions. And again, I'm more of a texture person. This is not needed, but I like it. The sofrito has all that already. And sofrito is a mixture that we do with cilantro, peppers, onion, put it in the blender. So the same way we did that chicken pollo guisado seasoning is the same way we're going to do the beans. Olive oil, sofrito, garlic, and sazon, both of them. And tomato paste to thicken it up. I'm using canned beans, not fresh beans this time, canned beans. Chicken bouillon. I rinse all that out. That's how my mom did it for years. Rinsed all that yuck, baboso, water that's in it. Dump it in there. Add a can of water. And give it a good stir. And you're going to cover it. You're going to let that, cilantro and all that good stuff. The chicken, I kept it in there for about 20 minutes, on medium to high, for the water to evaporate a little bit. And that's how I'm going to do the beans also. You see what I mean? And look at those beans. So I did some jasmine rice. And of course, I got to be fancy. I like a cute plate. I get a round bowl. Make sure the rice is hot because it's easier to stick together. And I give it a good little mash down. Add it onto the plate. And sometimes when I got chicken parts I don't want to use, or I cut too much off, I let it boil in water and make me some chicken broth. Now look at those beans. Look at that. And again, if you're watching this channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe. Until our next cooking video. Buen provecho, mi gente.